Hey everybody, it's Jeff from New York. Well, technically today, Jeff from Orlando, Florida. We're in Orlando, Florida, at the intersection of International Drive and Sand Lake Road. We're going to take a walk along International Drive, known for its shopping and attractions, and apparently known for its very busy intersections as well. Our first stop today at the intersection of Orlando Drive and Sand Lake Road is this McDonald's, and you might be thinking, hey! Jeff from New York! We came all the way to Orlando and we're gonna eat at a freaking McDonald's? Truth is, I couldn't say no to this McDonald's because it's one of those big, huge, super duper McDonald's, and it's one of the few, very few McDonald's that serves up pizza. International Drive is known for restaurants, shopping, and amusement parks, and obviously McDonald's is not the crown jewel here, but we'll check them all out as we take our walk today. So let's step inside and have a slice. Before we place our order, let's walk around this place a little bit. It's huge, and we'll check out what's going on. As soon as you walk in, by the way, there's some brick ovens for the pizzas right on the right-hand side. And then they have the regular cooking area to the left of that. The kiosks are busy, but I don't see too many people at the tables. Maybe they're all getting takeout. Here's a section devoted entirely to cake and ice cream. Hello, room divider. The place is spotless. Let's head upstairs, shall we? Someone's not holding on Mick tight. Yeah, this place is huge, and there's more people up here than downstairs. I guess it's because there's a lot more to do up here than there is to do downstairs. That might be the first elevator I've ever seen in a McDonald's. Not only are there a lot of tables up here, but there's a kids zone as well as a rather large arcade, especially for a fast food restaurant. I tell you what, if you have a kid with a birthday, this is a great place to bring that kid with a couple of their friends and just chill out for a while. They might not ever let you leave. Alrighty, let's get something to eat. I've done a lot of walking already before I started this video, but we're gonna do a lot more down International Drive, so let's get some nutrition, I guess, at McDonald's. I'm not sure, but let's fill up on something, and I'm certainly not gonna order a cheeseburger while I'm here because I came here for the pizza. All the pizzas here are 10 inches, and it's a build-your-own kind of pizza, so you pick your sauce, you pick what kind of meats you want on it, what kind of toppings you want, whether it's vegetables or pineapple or things like that, and what kind of cheeses you want on it as well. And also this McDonald's serves up pasta. Now a safe bet here would be to order just a plain cheese pizza. First time at McDonald's having a pizza, you can't go wrong, right? But the picture of the pepperoni looks so good and so tempting, well, I decided to go all daredevil and I ordered a pepperoni pie. But as I scrolled down, I saw those beautiful pineapple and bacon tidbits, and I went all Evel Knievel and canceled the pepperoni and ordered a Hawaiian pie, which is pineapple and bacon, or pineapple and ham, but they don't have ham here, they have the bacon. So my 10-inch pie with bacon bits and pineapple cost $10.48. You can pretty much get this same exact pie at Domino's for $5.99. And finally, it's just letting me choose my cheese and sauce that I want on my pie. Now it's letting me know how many calories the mozzarella cheese has and how many calories the pizza sauce has added, but it doesn't give me a total for the entire pie. Probably a good thing. Hey, paisan! I like a thin crust, very little salt and pepper, and some Italian seasoning. Hello? I think he has a hearing issue. And there it is, my very first McDonald's pizza. Order 880, a mozzarella cheese, pizza sauce, bacon bits, and pineapple. With my agenda all set for this trip, I knew several days ago I'd be coming here for this pizza, and I was looking forward to it. How sad is that? Now, I know most of the people are upstairs, and practically everybody's upstairs, but when I was up there I noticed not too many people are ordering pizza around here. Okay, this isn't very promising. I might need a fork and knife for this pizza. So, lesson learned. Even if a place serves billions and billions of people, it might not get something right, and that was possibly the worst pizza I've ever had in my entire life. Actually, I didn't eat much of it. I kind of picked at the toppings with a fork and then just left the rest. So alright, pizza behind us. We're now heading south on International Drive. We're starting this walk, like I said, on Sand Lake Road, and we're going to head down a couple miles. Lots to see and do here, some amusement parks, lots of restaurants, which I probably should have visited instead of McDonald's, and some shopping, and lots to see and do here, as well as hotels, so it's going to be a nice walk. And for those of you not familiar with the Orlando area, as I wasn't, this is my first trip to Orlando, it's kind of in between the Universal Parks and the Disney Parks, and SeaWorld is actually located right on International Drive here. It's a great place to stay if you're visiting all the parks, including Universal, Disney, and SeaWorld, because it's in the middle of everything, and it's not too far from one place to another. And in fact, that's what I did when I visited Orlando on my last trip, my first trip. I stayed here on International Drive, and it was a nice place to stay and get to the parks quickly, no matter which one I decided to visit. So regarding restaurants, there are literally well over 100 restaurants on this just couple of miles of a strip here, and way too many for me to mention, but you'll see them as we walk past them here. And if you have a favorite franchise, whether it's local, you're going to find it right here on International Drive. Just about every restaurant that there is that's a franchise is located here on this drive. One thing I should also mention is if you're walking along with kids, or if you're clumsy, or if you've been drinking, be careful crossing the street here. This is like crazy traffic along this drive. It's kind of like the Las Vegas Strip without the barriers. You really have to be careful when crossing the street here. While I was in town, I walked International Drive several times, daytime and nighttime, and my safety was never really a concern. Obviously, you should always be aware of your surroundings, but it's a very safe neighborhood to be walking day or nighttime. In front of us, that building that appears to be sinking into the ground is a Ripley's Believe It or Not. International Drive has a iRide trolley that pretty much stops off at every major attraction, or pretty much every intersection as well, along the International Drive here, both ways, north and south, and this drive is several miles long, so I think a ticket's about $5 a day, and you can ride that trolley back and forth and make as many stops and jump on and off as much as you want. It's a little bit cheaper if you buy a couple days in a row. Seems like everything on this Ripley Believe It or Not property is either leaning or sinking or tilting over or crooked, and it could be pretty challenging if you had one too many. Coming up here on the left is Icon Park, where you can play, party, and own the sky. At Icon Park, you can let the fun lead the way. Your visit starts with the Wheel, one of the tallest in the area, but the fun continues with more than 40 restaurants, bars, shops, and attractions, including Sea Life Orlando Aquarium and Madame Tussauds Orlando. Little ones can also ride the toddler-sized train, while older kids and grown-ups can brave the Orlando Star Flyer, the world's tallest swing ride. Inside Icon Park, there's so many shops and restaurants and bars and attractions and rides and everything. That's going to be its own separate video. We're just going to walk past now and take a look from the outside. I also go on the observation wheel on that video, and you can see all the parks, the Disney parks, Orlando parks, and SeaWorld, as well as everything in the Orlando area. And on a clear day, you can see all the way out to the Atlantic and see Cape Canaveral. Obviously, you can get very hot here and humid in Orlando, but if you do this walk in the morning or in the late afternoon, which is where we are, early evening right now, it's a wonderful walk. This place is spotless also. It's so clean everywhere you walk, and it's just a great walk. Lots to see and do, and especially if you like people watching, it's just a wonderful place to hang out. This is Joe's Crab Shack. I think we have a couple of these in the Northeast too. I remember years ago I was eating at one, and they had an appetizer, and I'm not sure if I remember correctly, but I think it was fried conch fritters. They were just delicious. I can't find them anywhere else. They used to sell them in the frozen department of the supermarket. Can't find them anymore. But if you happen to visit Joe's Crab Shack, make sure you get those conch fritters. They're unbelievable. Here we have a Longhorn Steakhouse. So you guys know I love to walk, and this is one of the best places to walk in Orlando, especially this time of the year. But if you don't feel like walking and you don't feel like taking that iTrolley, these scooters coming up are available everywhere along International Drive. They're called Newts, N-E-W-T-S, and you can pick them up pretty cheaply, and it'll get you around very quickly around this area. I really do love to walk, and I think I mentioned in an earlier Orlando video that my 10 days here I walked over 100 miles visiting all the Disney parks, Universal Parks, SeaWorld, all these attractions in this area. It was a lot of walking, and my feet were kind of numb the first day or two, but after that they grew accustomed to all the walking. The secret is if you don't walk that often, to start off slowly, and if it's hot and humid, make sure you stay hydrated, and of course if it gets oppressively hot and humid, just don't walk. Stay indoors. And of course, another tip is if you plan on doing a lot of walking on a vacation, good shoes and socks are very important, and make sure you break them in while you're home, not on your first day of vacation. This here is Pirates Cove, the original adventure golf. It's kind of like a mini golf with a pirates theme and lots of water attractions. Before I left my hotel this evening, I stopped off at the lobby and picked up a International Drive brochure. It's pretty thick. It's got lots of pages. It discusses all the restaurants and shops and attractions and parks here along International Drive, but the last several pages are loaded with coupons, and it's, you know, save $10 here, save 20% there, save $2 off this ticket. I really saved a lot of money just tonight with the drinks that I had and some of the food that I had, and when I was in Icon Park, I saved a bunch of money on that observation wheel. So if you're in the area and you're at a hotel, stop off at the lobby, pick up one of those International Drive brochures. It's really going to save you a lot of money, and it's got maps and things to let you know what to see and do. And here's another Newt scooter. This is Cafe Tutu Tango. The tapas-style small plates menu features a wide array of shareable dishes. Guests enjoy live entertainment and resident artists working in the restaurant. The beverage menu features art-inspired craft cocktails, signature sangrias, beer and wine. And it's a really cool place. You can go in there, have some small bites, some appetizers, and some cocktails, and watch local artists do their thing right there inside the restaurant. Everywhere you turn in this neighborhood, you're just surrounded by restaurants, and it's amazing how they can all stay in business, but they do. I mean, this is America's favorite playground area, I guess you would say. Vegas being the adult playground area, Orlando being a family playground area. There are lots of people visiting here, so I guess that's what supports all these restaurants. I'm a huge Volkswagen fan, and I knew growing up that they always made Beetles, but I had no idea they started to make lobsters as well. This here around these parts is known as the Fantastic Five. They include Mickey and Minnie Mouse, Pluto, Goofy, and Donald Duck. If you spot one of them in this video, I'm not going to say which one, but if you spot one of them, leave a comment in the comment section below as far as the timestamp where you spotted them, and you'll get a shout out in an upcoming video. Hey, if you're enjoying this video, please hit that subscribe button and smash that thumbs up. It really does help the channel out. Gala Gifts, let's check it out. Senior Frogs. For those of you who follow my Vegas videos or who have visited Vegas, you know there's a Senior Frogs in the TI, or the old Treasure Island. That one in Vegas has a drag show. I don't think you're going to find that here in the Orlando one. And here we have a Hooters, also found on my Vegas videos as well as my Atlantic City videos. Hooters known for their wings. Yeah, that's it, their wings. Here we have Howl at the Moon. It's a great place. It's kind of like a nightclub that you can book for your own party, whether it's a bachelor party, bachelorette party, or party for any reason. You can book the entire place, and they have drinks and live entertainment, and I guess it's up to you what you want to have at your own party. There's pretty much a Howl at the Moon at most vacation cities. And here we have Bahama Breeze Island Grill, Caribbean fare, and cocktails, and they're pretty much around the country, including the Northeast. Here we have a Thank God It's Fridays, otherwise known as the acronym TGIF. Not to be confused with Sorry Honey, It's Thursday, and I won't go into that acronym because, well, this is a family channel. You can figure it out. Here we have a Walgreens as well as a Miller's Ale House. Jack and Claire Miller opened their first Miller's Ale House in 1988 in Jupiter, Florida, as a local place to be enjoyed by all walks of life. It's a casual sports restaurant and bar with freshly made food at an incredible value, a place where making friends is as easy as ordering your next beer. Hey! Where can someone find a joint to eat around here? I Spy and I Fly. Indoor skydiving here in Orlando. They also have indoor skydiving on the north end of the Las Vegas Strip. Watch closely. This is what happens when 5 brain cells become influenced by something or another. And then there were 3 brain cells. And this upside down building is a Wonderworks, the building probably designed by the geniuses who designed the Ripley's building we saw earlier in the video. Wonderworks is a science-focused indoor amusement park which combines education and entertainment. With over 100 hands-on exhibits, there's something unique and challenging for all ages. Feel the power of 84-mile-per-hour hurricane-force winds in the Hurricane Shack, or make huge life-size bubbles in the Bubble Lab, or get the NASA treatment in the astronaut training gyro and experience zero gravity. Nail it by lying on a death-defying bed of nails. Here we have Maggiano's Little Italy, a little controversy swirling around this restaurant, and I don't like to discuss it because I might get myself in trouble, so every time I'm in that position, I just leave a link in the description below and you can check it out yourself. This little cobblestone alcove is called Point Orlando, and there's lots of restaurants, shops, and attractions here, including a movie theater here along International Drive. By the way, if you're not familiar with my recent Orlando trip here on the New York channel, I visited Orlando about a month and a half ago. I visited all of the Disney parks as well as the Universal parks and SeaWorld, of course International Drive, which we're doing right now, and Icon Park, and lots of attractions, restaurants. I visited all the hotels in the area, so make sure you click on that subscribe button and that notification bell, and you'll see a lot more coming up here in Orlando in the near future. Now we have a little bit more to go on International Drive here in Orlando, but stay tuned because at the end, something happens that might bring a smile to your face and a tear to your eye at the same time. Looks like Point Orlando is a little bit dead right now, or pretty much a lot dead right now, but hopefully a lot of these places will be opening up shortly. In the meantime, we'll head back to International Drive and pass Opa on the way there. Here at Opa, the night isn't over until the ouzo runs out. Taverna Opa Orlando welcomes you to loosen your ties. Who wears a tie anymore? And have an unforgettable lunch and dinner experience with authentic Greek cuisine and entertainment. Here we have BB King's Blues Club in Orlando. If you're looking for a great restaurant with live music, a nightclub vibe, and an inviting bar, then look no further than BB King's Blues Club in Orlando. I love all genres of music, and if you follow the channel, especially my New Orleans videos, you know that I love jazz and blues, and BB King's Club, whether it's in Orlando or anywhere else in the United States, they're more than blues. They focus on soul, rock and roll, as well as food. Their juicy ribs and signature drinks will satisfy you to the brim. Coming up here on the left is the Ocean Air Seafood Room, which was established in 1998 with one mission: to provide guests with the ultra-fresh seafood experience, featuring seasonal and sustainable seafood that's flown in fresh daily. One of the things I didn't mention up until now on this International Drive walk is the amount of souvenir shops you can find here along the way while you're walking. When you visit the Universal parks or the Disney parks or SeaWorld, you can buy souvenirs in those shops, but you're going to pay a premium for them, and along International Drive here, everything is much cheaper. Just something to keep in mind if you're buying some souvenirs to bring home. And if you're in the Orlando area for more than a day or two or a weekend, make sure you stop by International Drive here. It's a great escape from the parks and a nice place, a family-friendly place for some shopping, some more amusement parks, and restaurants as well. I stopped by this hotel by the Orange County Convention Center to catch an Uber, and while I was waiting, these buses pulled up with a bunch of ladies and gentlemen from the armed forces. Everyone in the hotel lobby applauded them as they entered the hotel, and I felt really proud as an American. I always do, but I'm hoping these guys have a great time tonight. Lots of partying, lots of food, some dancing. They're in a great place to have a good time tonight. I don't know how long they're here, but I salute them. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please like, comment, ask some questions, and most importantly, subscribe by clicking on the button on the left. You can visit all of my New York videos by clicking on the top right, or check out my videos on other favorite places to visit by clicking on the bottom right. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you around the city.